Now, FNB has posted a solid set of interim results today, contributing to the overall first rand results. FNB earnings increasing 13% on the back of strong growth in customers and transactional volumes. Well, we spoke to FNB CEO Jacques Celius about the latest interest rate allegation based on race that the bank is facing. But I started by asking him how the bank navigated through the tough consumer environment. Let's take a listen.
Yeah, so I think it's tough out there. I mean, anyone, we all read the same sort of commentary about it. It's hard out there, but I do think that in tough times, people reflect better about their financial positions. I think we've come through a number of years where if you haven't yet listened to fixing your balance sheets and making sure you spend wisely, then clearly that you're being caught off guard. Now, our client sets are in a very good position. We are very healthy. You would have seen this year, for example, we've just bring out some results about our nice growth that we've been able to get out of unsecured lending into our client bases. Our customers are out there; they're active in the business segment. We keep on, expanding that too, which is very exciting. We now have 50 billion odd sort of limits marked to small businesses, and we finance, entrepreneurs, and so the whole ecosystem around the FNB client base is in a healthy space.
So FNB's rest of Africa portfolio seems to have improved. I'm just wondering, when you look at your competitors, you have some of them eyeing 100 million people in places like Ethiopia. Are you not wanting to get more aggressive on the African side of things?
So we've got sort of three approaches to our continent expansions. The first is in our countries we've been in for a long time, like Namibia and Swaziland and Botswana. We've been there for a long time. So there it's the same dynamic as in South Africa, where we're trying to modernize the platforms. In our more emerging and startup countries, where we put out some flags over the last few years, clearly those are long hockey sticks. And you try and work on different value propositions across the client segments. I must say the ecosystem around the commercial market and its associated, customer bases and suppliers and employees, lots of opportunity to unlock and in sweet spot market. I mean, we sit with the same thing as we sit in our countries, that in tough times, some participants make it through the tough times. And as if you're able to find the customers that have got strong balance sheets, that have good customers and that do honourable business, there's a great opportunity to continue to bank them.
You've spoken about really concentrating on those digital and online platforms. I would imagine that you can't take a back seat in terms of innovation, because this is really where things are happening at the moment and taking many companies, like banks, forward.
Yeah. We've had now almost like a 2-decade strategy into analytics and digital and behavioral activities in our client bases, using data much better. So, for example, if I had to sit with you today and we had discussed your financial affairs in a coffee shop, or what platform would we work on? And similarly, in our environment, like in our point of presence, when you come to our environments using our technology and infrastructures, do you use the same platform, so that we help this customer centricity expand better? We really focused on getting our trust into wanting to really help you manage your money. And as a consequence, see it like a GPS on your back there, that we're able to help you navigate the journey of financial affairs.
I'm just wondering, as you pursue your digital and online presence, you will have fewer feet walking to actual branches. What's the strategy there, as less and less space is required in malls, for example?
People need to see you local. They need to experience you local. And your machines, the ATMs, the ADTs that we put down to manage the infrastructure, the points of presence are very important. But what's critical is that the experience in it changes. So the days of having like big teller environments where you had to come and do physical stuff, clearly the machines can help us with that. But what you find is still 80 or 90% of our sales, especially in new relationships, get originated about in a personal interaction.
That's still there.
That's still there. And even in some of the customers that are used to our digital platforms, even now and again they get stuck. They say, come and help me. How do I do this? How do I do that? Sometimes, let's say a customer inherits some money. How do I invest it now? Those are not conversations that happen every day. So these event-based activities. So we've got a big need for our infrastructure. You'll see big investments going into our branches. Make them much more smaller, make them much neater, much more focused on sales, advisory activities, and then this digital training and activation.
And lastly, Jacques, we've seen since Sunday reports on social media coming up from that television insert that was aired on Sunday about FNB charging different interest rates for low-cost housing from black and white clients. Where's this coming from, and where does the bank see this is going?
It relates to that business we bought from Sambo in early 2000s. The allegations are totally baseless. In fact, they've been proven to be such in the courts in 2013 with subsequent appeal processes. So there's an absolute baseless, malicious attempt by someone to keep on this conversation. We respect the courts. There's another process going, I think, too. But clearly it puts it into the bucket of trying to finish off the Sambo matters. As for FNB, I think it's, we would never insult the public and our customer bases, nor our staff with any forms of discriminatory activity. And I think that we just put it in that bucket. It's unfortunate that it's been given some airtime, but what is what it is, and we're moving on.